Hello guys, welcome to KV School Education. Today I am going to explain the chapter number 5 of class 10. The chapter is about the social issues. So today I am going to explain you the reading of chapter 5. So the topic is social issues. In that first reading A is the storeyed house part 1. So here the chapter 5 is divided. Already we have the reading A, reading B and reading C. So the chapter is divided into reading A and reading B. The story is divided into reading A and reading B. So the storeyed house 1 is reading A. So let us go through into the lesson. The lesson is very big. So I'll try to explain it very clearly. So let us start. The storeyed house 1. So what is the meaning of storeyed house? It means the building which have more than one floor. So more than one floor, it means that building. So let us start. Let us start from first paragraph. There was something really wrong with the state transport bus. It had came up the winding road in the mountains as if with a lifetime effort. So the road was now downhill, and yet the bus moved as slowly as a sick man walking with the help of another. It reached the plain where the dispensary buildings was situated and stood still like an obstinate bull. Now the destination was hardly a mile or two away, but the driver was sore and the conductor had no option but to be silent. When they realized that the bus wouldn't move any faster, a couple of passengers exclaimed, "God damn it, for a bloody nuisance." So what happened here? There was really something went wrong with the state transport bus. The passenger was sitting in the bus and they were exclaiming that how the bus is moving. The road was unpleasant and it was full of rocks and there were mountains. So the road was now downhill and the passengers were very uncomfortable. So what happened? The bus was compared with an obstinate bull. So what is the meaning of obstinate? Without any movement. Means they are comparing the bus with something object. So that is the obstinate bull. That means the bus doesn't moving at all. So it was fluctuating. So what happened here? The bus driver was very sore and the conductor has no option to be but silent. So what happened here? The bus was very uncomfortable and the conductor was silent and the bus driver was very sore. So what happened here? Then the couple of passengers exclaimed and they said that, "God damn it, for a bloody nuisance." So this is the first paragraph. Let us go to the second paragraph. The conductor asked the passenger to get down and they all put their strength together to push the bus. Having gained this initial momentum, the bus started. The passengers clambered up, jostling one another. The conductor rang the bus bell, and the bus gradually took on speed. It entered the village reluctantly like a drowned child being dragged to school. As it wound it way through the curves of the outskirts, it groaned and croaked like a hen about to lay eggs and stopped with a bang in front of Bujaba Patil's residence. So what happened? Finally the bus has been stopped. So what happened? All the passengers came down and pushed the bus. So the driver was trying to start the bus. Finally the bus was started. So what happened here? Bus is compared with another thing. What is that? The bus is compared by a truant child being dragged to school. So what happened? If a child don't want to go school, he'll cry and he'll be dragged to school. Means reluctantly he'll go to school. So what happened here? The bus is reluctantly means that not willing to do anything. So the bus is compared by the truant child. So finally what happened? The bus started and it was stopped in front of the Bujaba Patil's residence. So what happened here? First character has been entered, that is Bujaba Patil residence. Means his name, his residence, it means his place. As it halted, it gave a big glutch, sending the passengers helter-skelter, crunched like water in a pitcher when the carriers stumbles. So what happened? Finally, the bus has stopped. The passengers has been relaxed. So all the passengers got down. So already they got down. The coolie puts his hand on a luggage, on a huge box, wooden box, and shouted, "Whose box is this?" Bayaji, who was the brushing away the dust from his body, answered, "Oh, it's mine. Please lower it down." So what happened after they were out of the bus now. Finally, they were out of the bus. So what happened? There will be some porters, means they'll carry the luggage from one place to another place. They will help the persons and they'll take some amount from them. So what happened? A porter came and coolie. It means coolie. So what he did, he kept he put his hand on a box and he said, whose box is this? The box was wooden box. So whose box is this? He asked. So what happened here? Bayaji. So he's the person. He was in the bus and he got down and his box was the wooden box. So he answered, "Oh, it's my box. Lower it down." Means coolie carried his box. So what happened? Bayaji has packed his entire household goods in this box. There was no longer any reason to hang around in Bombay. He had worked honestly for the past 35 years in the dockyard and has retired from the service for 2 months before. Not that he had held an important position, he had merely got an extension for 2 years. During that period, he had become a supervisor. Otherwise, his entire life has been spent lifting heavy loads. He had worked very hard whenever he could, day and night. So what happened here? Bayaji. The character is Bayaji. So what happened? He packed his entire household things in a wooden box. So he packed his entire things in his wooden box, and the box was very heavy. And he said that there is no reason to hang around the Bombay. So what happened? He used to live in Bombay. So he got retired and he got extension leaves. So finally he got retired and he came to his own village. And what he's saying? He used to spend lifting heavy loads. What he used to do? He used to carry heavy loads in his workplace. And he used to do very hard work at day and night. So finally he retired. He came with his luggage to his own village. Bayaji has crossed 60, but it was in sound health. He had a sturdy frame right from birth, and hard work had given a well-formed shape to his strongly body. He paid 15 paise to the coolie, put the box in which he had thrown post and pans and sundry other things on his own head, and being to walk in direction of his house. So what happened here? Bayaji carried his luggage to his own village. And next what he said, because he used to do hard work, then that's why he's very strong. Although he's 60 years, then also he's very strong to carry his own luggage. So he said that no need of coolie. He said the coolie to keep down his luggage. So he's well enough to carry his own luggage. Now, so he had crossed 60 already. We have completed. So what were there in his box? Pots, pans, and sundry. So sundry, it means various things like his household things. So that is enough to carry his room. So next paragraph. As he reached Kadam's house, he saw Bujaba coming towards him. Bujaba was a known rascal of the village. Bayaji balanced the burden on his head, straightening his leg. He said, "Greetings to you, sir. How are things with you?" So what happened here? So he carried his own luggage and he is going. So what happened? After reached Kadam's house, so there was Kadam's house, and then so after reaching Kadam's house, so who came in front of Bayaji? Bujaba. So he is known rascal, means his behavior was unusual for their villagers. So what happened? He was known rascal of the village. So what happened? So Bayaji, what he did? He given the greetings to Bujaba, that how are things with you, sir? So he asked very pleasantly that how are things? Greetings to you, sir. How are things like with you? Bayaji was Mahar by caste, and according to age-old customs, he should have greeted Bujaba with my humble salutations to you, sir. How are my father and mother? So when Bayaji merely said greetings, Bujaba became furious and said, "Do you think you can become a Brahmin merely by saying greetings? Can you forget your position simply because you have turned a Buddhist?" What happened? Bayaji was low caste person. His caste was Mahar. It means low caste person. So he should ask like, my humble salutations to you, sir. How are my father and mother? So he should ask like this. But he asked like, greetings to you, sir. How are things with you? He asked like this. So it is unfair way to Bujaba. So Bujaba was a high caste person in his village. So he used to do all these things. So he asked to Bayaji that, have you forgotten your behavior, way of behavior in the village? By turning into Buddhist, you cannot you cannot greet me like this. So he's answering. So Bayaji was non-puzzled for a moment. He attempted to knock him down with his box, but realized that he couldn't afford to do so. Besides, now he had become to his village for good. He was spent the rest of days on his soil and would be interred in the same soil. He would not be able to return to Pune or Mumbai hereafter. It was good policy to incur the hostility of anyone in the village, least of so the Patils, the village's headman. So what happened here in this paragraph? Nothing is given. That Bayaji came here to spend his whole life with his family in his village. So he don't want to make any create new things over there. He want to spend his whole life pleasantly in his village. So what happened here? Bayaji, after Bujaba Patil get very furious, means he get very anger on Bayaji, but Bayaji didn't get anything. He was non-puzzled, so he didn't get any anger upon him. But he managed himself. So next he said in a meek tone, sir, why spring this on me even before I set foot on the soil of my forefathers? I have to stay here till end of my life. Why aren't you going back to your job? Asked Bujaba. No sir, my service is over. I had turned 60. With this, Bayaji lifted the load from his head and later placed in a position. Then you have collected your fund amount. Bujaba was talking his measure. Yes sir, Bayaji replied with pride. How much? Bujaba asked greedily. Not much sir. Why? What can I daily work? And Bayaji answered, why won't you mention the figure, man? Bujaba prostrated artfully. So what happened here? So the conversation between Bujaba Patil and Bayaji. So what happened here? Bujaba. So Bujaba, what happened here? Bujaba asked why are now you are here? Now you want to spend life here. So who Bujaba asked to Bayaji that you don't want to return to your workplace. So what happened? Bayaji said that no sir, I have retired from my work. I have now turned into 60. So that's why I have returned to my village. So Bujaba asked, so you have retired from your work. So you have received a fund. So how much you received? Bujaba asking Bayaji very greedfully. So he's asking very greedily to Bayaji. So what happened here? Bujaba asking very greedily. So Bayaji answered, means he didn't mentioning a particular figure over there, Bayaji. So now next we'll see from 2,500 rupees. Bayaji gave the correct figure. 2,500 rupees who Bayaji received after retirement. Bayaji, you have a wheel load on your head. Go to your house first. We'll talk at leisure later. Bujaba said in a mock sympathy. Yes, Bayaji mumbled and walked in the direction of his house. At the moment, Bayaji was proud of owner of 1,500 rupees in cash. So it made no difference whether he had untouchability or Buddhist. If one could single out the untouchable Bayaji or rather Buddhist, Bayaji 400 or 500 rupees. That was enough with the thought in his mind. Bujaba entered his the big house. So what happened? Who Bayaji given the proper figure that he received 2,500 rupees. So what happened now? Bujaba is giving him sympathy. That, oh, why you are carrying heavy load on your head. You go fastly to your home and take rest. He is giving his sympathy that Bayaji is a owner of now 2,500 rupees. So that's why the Bujaba is giving him a sympathy. So Bayaji also very proud of his figure. It means the money, owner of the money. So exchanging pleasantries with the people he met on the way, Baji reached on the public buildings called the Takia in the untouchable settlements. The building was named Buddha Vihar by those who has embarrassed Buddhism. So Buddhism, it means low caste people. So he is the Buddhist. Although he made his hard work, he made his career, and now he is 60 and he retired and he was the owner of 2,500 rupees. As he was Buddhist, he did all those such things that we should proud of him. So as Baji neared Buddha Vihar, the children who were playing with a ball made of rags finished their games and cried out, Baju Nana is here. Baju Nana is here, and scrambled in the direction of Baji house. Baji, 85 years old mother, quickly scrambled to her feet. She had aged much. Old one frame was still sturdy, and her teeth were strong enough to break grants. She could thread a needle without help. When she heard of Bayaji arrival, her heart swelled. So what happened here? Bayaji finally returned to his home. So what happened here in the Buddhi Vihar? What happened? The children were playing and the children were calling him Bajuna. So what happened? They are calling with him very nicely. So her mother was in Buddha Vihar. Their Bayaji house was in the Buddha Vihar. So they were very happy to see Bayaji, and Bayaji was very happy to return to his home. Her mother was very strong, and she has enough energy to live more, and she is 85, although she is very fit and fine. As Bayaji came in, his wife consoled her joy with the end of her saris and took down the box from his head. His grandchildren clung to him and began to twist the folds of the dhoti. The neighboring children watched the scenes in idle curiosity. Come, get into the house, children, said Bayaji. His mother walked out with a bent back and told Bayaji to wait outside the door. Bayaji obeyed. The old woman came forward, poured some water over the piece of bread in the hand, moved it around the Bayaji's face and flung it away as an offering. She ran her palms over the cheek and pressed his fingers on her temples. It means heads. All the 8 figures gave out a cracking sound. So what happened? All were happy. All were very happy to see the Bayaji. And Bayaji was also very happy. They were very taking care. Her mother also very happy to see Bayaji. So here some rituals happened. So next, Bayaji family was doing well. He had 8 children in all, 6 sons and 2 daughters. So Bayaji has 8 children. So 6 sons and 2 daughters. The daughters had been married off and had given birth to child. The elder son looked after his field. The next son was in government service. The one after them was a school teacher, and the 6th one was still studying. Since they knew that Bayaji was coming home for good, the elder son is service and the 2 daughters were already home to greet him. All of them wondered that what their father had got for them from his lifetime earnings. So what happened? Already he was retired, so he was very happy to see their whole family at a time. The 8 children, the daughters were married and the sons were working in a field, in a government office, in government service, and some were still studying. So although their family is very good in their own life, so all the children were waiting for Bayaji they were waiting that what Bayaji has bought for them in the lifetime service. So he did much service, 60 years service. So what happened here? What did his father bought for them? They are waiting for it. So the next day when Bayaji opened the box, it revealed only some pot and pans, nails and photographs. So what happened? The children were opened their box and they saw in the box that what were there in the box. So what happened? What they saw in the box? Pots, pans, photographies. So the pantry is all they received in the box. Looking at this, the elder daughter asked Nana, how is it that you haven't bought anything for us? Baji was amused that his daughters thought in this childish manner. Even after they had children of their own, he ran his eyes over all the children and said, "Look here, children. If I had bought new clothes for you, they had to give it. If I had bought an ornament, it would be soon wear out. Out of my earnings, I wish you to have something that I'll last longer. That will be last longer. It means it will be permanent." Baji paused after this words. So what happened? The Baji's daughter asked him that, "What did you bought for us, Nana?" So what happened? Baji replied, "If I bought ornaments, it will be wear out. If I bought clothes for you, new clothes for you, it will be torn after some time. So I wanted to give you such thing that should be always permanent for you. It should not be worthless. It should be worthful for you." So what happened? Baji paused. So he was thinking. So his eldest son was godly. He said, "Neither we nor our wives want anything. Tell us what you would like to do us." So what happened? His eldest son, he was very kind-hearted man. So what happened? He asked his father that neither we want anything nor our wives, but tell us what you would like to do for us. You are telling us that I should give you such things that should be permanent. So what you would like to give? So look, children, ours is such a large family. Even at meal time, we have to eat by turns or sit crowded, knocking our knees together. I wish to build a house out of my earnings, and it has to be stored house. The usual 3-portioned house won't be adequate for us. All were happy with this plan. The plans were finalized and the foundation of the storage house was laid on the auspicious New Year day. So the eldest son asked to Bayaji that what would you like to do for us now. So what happened? The Bayaji replied that, "Look, children, we have already we know that Bayaji has eight children. So 2 daughters and remaining 6 sons. So they has a huge family. And where the house in the Buddha Vihar, they have the house. So how they used to sit? They used to sit for very crowdedly. They used to sit. There will be no sufficient place. So Baji wanted to build a storage house to be comfortable because he want to give them a permanent gift. So this is the part 1 story of reading it. That is the storage house 1. This is the story of part 1. I hope if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like this video.